Hello people of the verse and welcome to the channel, The Eradicator. Here in this video we'll be having a look at Star Citizen FF 3.13. It is the PTU Wave 1 and one of the features of Star Citizen FF 3.13 are FPS Cave Missions. Now those missions are not always available and they're not available from the start. To access those missions you must first complete the Bounty Hunters missions because they are part of the Bounty Hunters tab in the Mobiglass, so that's why you need to have a little bit of experience first with the various guilds that are throughout the verse, so that then they will offer you those types of missions. Now once you get access to those missions, you can see the payout is quite interesting. They pay 30,000 alpha UEC, which may seem appealing, but we are going to see, unfortunately, that it may not be worth the money, at least not for me, and I'll tell you why in this video. Now the first thing that you have to take under consideration when you take those missions is that it is going to take you some time to go to your destination. Why? That's because the cave that you're going to is not accessible via Quantum Drive, so you are going to have to find the closest path to the cave. In that case here, I was lucky to have an orbital marker just 115 kilometers away from the cave, so I was able to go to that orbital marker and then go straight down to the surface of Demar, which I gotta say, guys, looks absolutely stunning here with those planetary improvements that were introduced in Star Citizen 3.13 as well. I gotta say that it looks much more fluid, much more organic. There are just a couple of textures that kind of repeat themselves, and you can see that from orbit here. As you can see, perhaps that is maybe something that's gonna have to change eventually in the future, but overall I gotta say that this is definitely a much noticeable improvement compared to what was available before. So as we get closer to the cave here, that particular cave, I was hoping that this would have been a cave, you know, that you could have access to with a ground vehicle or maybe with your ship itself, but it is not. It is one of those old caves that you have to access to on foot. Now I don't know if all of those caves are the same when it comes to those FPS missions. I hope not, but that particular one here was accessible on foot. And inside I was maybe hoping to also get to see the brand new mounted guns perhaps, but no, there was no such thing. And I was quickly informed that the enemies that would have to be eradicated inside were just 8 of them, so that is not a lot. It's pretty on par with what you get to see in bunker missions without the bunker turrets that add a little bit of excitement when you go to those bunkers on, let's say, for example, Hurston or Macrotech. You have none of that here. You just go inside the cave. You have to go a little bit deep inside the cave, and then you finally get to see those NPCs that are just standing there. Some of them are look like mercenaries, some of them have a miner's outfit, and they don't do anything. They've barely fired at me at all, right? So these are your typical NPCs that don't do anything, and unfortunately that was quite a disappointment. Which on top of that, the server I was into was running quite smoothly, so I was hoping that there would be a little bit of danger. I could feel the thrill before meeting those NPCs, but no, nothing at all was happening. I just had to shoot at them without any sense of danger or fear, and I thought that overall the fights were quite lackluster. Now, as you can see, only 4 out of 8 NPCs have been eradicated, meaning that I need to find the 4 next ones, and it took me, guys, a long time to find him. In fact, I had to go deep inside the cave to finally get to find those last NPCs. It took me about 10 minutes. Luckily, I did not get lost on the way to the NPCs. I'm not gonna say it did not happen on the way back, but on the way to the NPC, I was able to find him, but it was a pretty difficult task. And overall, I don't really understand why there would be some criminals who would go that deep inside caves. And you can see that there is also equipment. How can that equipment go all the way there, but you have to crouch if you want to go to that particular area? How did they get those equipment over there? This, from an immersive point of view, does not make any sense, and I think that overall this is a questionable design here from the devs. I would not have done that, and I would not have put those FPS NPCs over there that far away. Now the other thing why I am not very happy with this is because I don't know about this, guys, but those caves, especially at low gravity, basically get me sick. I have nausea when I go this down inside caves. Plus the whole sense of being enclosed like this, I feel a little bit claustrophobic, right? So this definitely feels like it is not for me at all. And this is the giveaway question, guys. By the way, how do you feel when you go deep inside caves? Do you also feel claustrophobic? Do you also feel like you want to vomit and throw out like I do? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you are fine, that's totally okay with you, that's wonderful, right? But as far as I'm concerned, this is really not for me, and this is something that I think the devs should maybe take under consideration. There's a side here of that particular mission here that they need to take under consideration. Not everybody feels the same way, and not everybody will be able to do this. But again, maybe this is just a problem related to me, and most people are totally fine doing those cases. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. I guess I'll maybe make a proper opinion, right? Eventually, guys, I was able to find the NPCs, and the good thing is when you find the last 4 NPCs, because you are really deep in the cave, visibility is very low. You don't really get to see where those NPCs are. Plus, we don't have any infrared cameras in Star Citizen, which I think would be great to have in those particular circumstances. So luckily the UI tells you where the enemies are, and well, all you have to do is try to shoot them despite not seeing them, and eventually you get the kill. Now once you kill all of the NPCs, you get awarded those 30,000 alpha UEC, and good luck finding your way back up, which is where I wish I had brought some flares. Perhaps that would have helped me quite a bit. This is something worth remembering for the next time before you do those NPC cave missions. Bring in some flares so that you know where to go on your way back to the surface. In my particular case here, the easiest way up was to basically kill myself, and I would respawn at Port Orizar. How convenient, right? But obviously it's not always going to be like this, and once we have Death of the Spearsman, we will not be able to do that anyway. Speaking of that, right, well, that is the end of this video. So there you have it, guys, why FPS cave missions are not for me, and I will probably not try them again simply because well, they make me sick, right? Literally. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below how you feel about those cave missions, and I'll see you guys next time for more Star Citizen content. This is the Eradicator. I'll see you guys later. This video is brought to you by the people who support this channel on Patreon and via the join button as well. Supporters of the channel get access to lots of cool perks, such as access to my private Discord, your question answered in the show, you get to know when I'm going to play, and also you get to have a chance to influence the editorial line of the channel. Any help is appreciated, starts at just $1 a month. Thank you very much for watching. This is the Eradicator, and I'll see you guys later.